Good morning to one and all. We explain the topic problems. Last class we discussed a member subjected to like direct stresses in mutually perpendicular directions. The derivation part I will explain in last class. See this diagram. Analytical method, second case. To derive the derivation, finally calculate the sigma n and the sigma t, normal stresses and the tangential stresses. And finally, derivation part to the resultant stress on this section, sigma r equal to root of sigma n square plus sigma t square. On the principal planes, to calculate the derivation part, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 cannot be equal to 0. For principal plane, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sine 2 theta equal to 0. The derivation part, see, sigma n equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. Finally, got the value sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sin 2 theta. This is the principal planes. Theta equal to taken into 0, sin 0 degrees, uh, sin 0, sin 180, sin 0, sin 90. Taken into account when theta equal to 0, sigma n equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta, cos 0 degrees 1. Finally, got the principal plane sigma 1 when theta equal to 9 degrees, got the sigma 2 value. The given equation 3.6 to 3.9. See the 3.9 equation C, and maximum shear stress of sigma t equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. It is the maximum shear stress. 3.9 equation and 3.6. See the equation sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. This is the 3.6 equation and 3.9 relations. This same derivation part to give the examples of problems. Today I will explain. This topic will be completed and go to next class for theory of velocity. Sorry, theory of failures. Theory of failures. That is the unit 1, second part. Theory of failures. I will explain next class. Today, to discuss the problems in the derivation for analytical method second case for normal stresses and tangential stresses and the resultant stresses sigma r equal root of sigma n square plus sigma t square. This is the formula for resultant stresses, sigma n square plus root of sigma n square plus sigma t square. Tan pi obliquely, that means inclined. Oblique means inclined. Reference figure 3.4b. This is the figure 3.4. The angle of made by the resultant stress with the normal of the oblique plane is known as oblique d. It is denoted by pi. Mathematically, tan pi equal to sigma t by sigma n, tangential stress by normal stress. For this diagram, tan pi equal to sigma t by sigma n. This is the equation 3.8. Maximum shear stress, the shear stress is given by equation 3.7. Sigma, see the sigma 3.7, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sin 2 theta give shear stress, maximum shear stress. Sin 2 theta equal to 1 or 2 theta equal to 90 or 270, sin 90 equal to 1 and also to sin 270 also 1. Theta 45 degrees or 135 degrees taken into account. This two diagrams, 45 degrees and 135 degrees. Plane of maximum shear stress taken into formula is sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. This is the sine value, theta value taken to 90 or 270. That means maximum shear stress sigma 1 minus sigma by 3. Taken into account for another angles 45 degrees and 135 degrees for maximum shear stress at any point plane BC. Uh, uh, Such a way that the plane's maximum shear stress lie within the material as shown in figure 3.46. See the figure for this is 45 degrees at BC, 45 degrees and BC 135 degrees. Hence, the planes which are at an angle of 45 degrees or 135 degrees normal cross section BC, as shown figure 3.6, carry the maximum shear stresses. This carry the maximum shear stresses for 45 degrees and 135 degrees. Next, principal planes. Principal planes are the planes on which shear stress is zero. To locate the position of principal plane, the shear stress given by equation 3.7 should be required to 0. Taking into account equation 3.7, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into sin 2 theta. This is 3.7. Shear stress is 0. Sin 2 theta equal to 0. 2 theta equal to 0 or 180. Theta equal to 0 or 90. Theta when theta equal to 0 తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ఒక సిగ్మా n వాల్యూ సిగ్మా 1 అవుతుంది. theta equal to 90 degrees తీసుకున్నప్పుడు సిగ్మా n వాల్యూ సిగ్మా 2 అవుతుంది అన్నమాట. Okay. Next, to start the problems, or in this case, analytical method for case 2. See this problem 3.5. The tensile stresses. Problem 3.5. Tensile stresses at a point carries across two mutually perpendicular planes are 120 Newton per mm square and 60 Newton per mm. Determine the normal, tangential and resultant stress on a plane inclined at 30 degrees to the axis of the minor stresses. Minor stress. This is the problem to calculate mainly calculate the normal stresses and tangential stresses and resultant stresses also. Three values are calculated. Write the given data first. Major principal strain sigma 1 equal to 120, sigma 2 equal to 60. Major minor. Two stresses are given in this problem. Angle of oblique plane, that is means inclined plane with the axis of minor principal stress theta equal to 30 degrees. Normal stress, the normal stress sigma n know the formula and equation 3.6 know the formula sigma n equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into cos 2 theta. Theta value 30 degrees. Substitute these values. Finally got the value totally 105 Newton per mm square. This is the normal stress. Calculating this process to substitute this formula, these values. Finally got the value normal stresses 105 Newton per mm square. 105 Newton per mm square. Next. Tangential stress. See the diagram for sigma 1 and sigma 2. Minor axis and major axis stresses. Sigma 1 horizontally, sigma 2 vertically. See the two mutually perpendicular stresses acting in the rectangle. This particular body. Tangential stress. The tangential stress or shear stress sigma t is given by equation 3.7. You know the derivation part of sigma t formula sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into sin 2 theta. sine 2 theta. Sigma 1, 120 sigma 260 divided by 2 sine 2 into theta value 30. The 30 into 2 sine 60 equal to 30 into 0.866. Finally, got the value sigma t 25.98 Newton per mm square. This is the tangential stress to calculate the second one. Next, last one, resultant stress. The resultant stress is sigma r. Already, derivation part got the form, derived the formula. Sigma r equal to root of sigma n square plus sigma t square. This is the resultant stress. And tangentially, normally stresses combined. Uh, the resultant stresses is calculated for equation 3.5, 3.8. The sigma n value and the sigma t value. Substitute these values. Sigma n equal to 105 plus sigma t equal to 25.98 Newton per mm square. And substitute these values. Finally, sigma r equal to, that is, r means resultant stress, 108.16 Newton per mm square. This is the procedure for calculating the normal stresses, tangential stresses, and resultant stresses. The simple formulas, you remember these values. See, second case for analytical method, to got the sigma n value, equation 3.6, sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. This is the normal stress formula. And tangential or shear stress formula, from equation 3.7, sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into sine 2 theta. And the resultant stress on the section, sigma r equal to root of sigma n square plus sigma t square. These formulas, we substitute these values. Problem 3.5. See the problem 3.5. Data is given. Sigma 1 value and sigma 2 value and theta value also given. To calculate the normal stresses and the tangential stresses and the resultant stresses. See this formula, sigma n, sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. Sigma 1 value 120, sigma 2 value 60 by 2 plus 120 minus 60 by 2, that is into cos 2 into theta value 30 degrees. This is the 90 plus 30 into cos 2 into 30 is cos 60 degrees. Cos 60 1 by 2 for the total, the normal stress value sigma n equal to 105 Newton per mm square. And tangential stress or shear stress, two names are there for tangential stress or shear stress. In this given equation 3.7, sigma t equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sine 2 theta. 120 minus 60 by 2 into sine 2 theta, theta equal to 30 degrees, 30 into sine 60, sine 60 0.866, 30 into 0.866, got the value 25.98 Newton per mm square. That is the tangential stress. And calculate resultant stress. That resultant stress sigma r is given by equation 3.8. Resultant stress formula sigma r equal to root of sigma n square plus sigma t whole square. That equal to substitute this value root of 105 whole square plus 25.98 whole square. The root, the substitute these values, finally got the resultant stress 108.16 Newton per mm square. This is the procedure for problem to calculating the tangential stress, normal stress, and the resultant stress for the analytical method, second case. And problem example taken another problem 3.6. Problem 3.6, the stresses at a point in a bar are 200 Newton per mm square. This is the tensile, indicate the bracket in tensile, and 100 Newton per mm square compressive. Determine the resultant stress in magnitude and direction on a plane inclined at 60 degrees to the axis of the major stress. Also determine the maximum intensity of shear stress in the material at the point. See the problem. The data is given. Tangential compressive stresses. See the diagram. Axis of major stress is the axis. The angle inclination theta 60 degrees. Sigma 1 equal to 200 Newton per mm square. Sigma 2 equal to 100 Newton per mm square is given the values. Minus sign is due to compressive stress. Compressive stress indicate the minus. Compressive stress indicates the minus. Negative sign indicates the compression. Angle of the plane which it makes with the major principal stress 60 degrees. Angle theta equal to, see the first coordinate 90 minus 60, the theta equal to 30 degrees. This is the case one. For already the already explained last case one for analytical method to take the theta equal to 90 minus 60 or 90 minus 30 for a first coordinate. Theta value change theta equal to 30 degrees. Resultant stress in magnitude and direction. First calculate the normal and tangential stresses using the equation 3.6 or 6 for normal stresses. To calculate the first sigma n value and sigma t value for normal stresses and tangential stresses. See the diagram to continue the problem. A negative sign indicates the compressive stress. Bracket indicate the 200 is tensile, 100 is compressive. This problem is taken into compressive, taken into minus sign. Both are tensile, taken into positive. Compressive is whenever compressive is given, minus sign will be taken. Sigma n equal to sigma 1 plus sigma 2 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 cos 2 theta. This is the normal stress formula. Substitute these values. Cos 2 into 30, theta value 30. Finally, got the values 50 plus 150 into 1 by 2, cos 60 equal to 1 by 2. 50 plus 75, normal stress totally 125 Newton per mm square. Sigma n value 125 Newton per mm square. Using equation 3.7 for tangential stress. Formula, the formula already. Last problem, calculate the tangential stress or tangential stress formula sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 into sine 2 theta. Substitute these values. Finally, got the value sine 60 and 150 into sine 60, 0.866. That equal to 129.9 Newton per mm square. That is the sigma T value tangential stress. Using equation 3.8, that is the resultant stress. Sigma n square plus sigma t square, that equal to, the sigma n value, sigma t value, substitute and resultant stress sigma r equal to 180.27 Newton per mm square. That is the resultant stress. The inclination of the resultant stress with the normal of the inclined plane is given by equation 3.8a. See, the resultant stress with the normal of the inclined plane is given by equation 3.a. See the 3.a. This is the diagram, 3.a diagram. The angle made by resultant stress with the normal of the inclined plane is known as obliquity. It is denoted by phi. Mathematically, tan phi equal to sigma t by sigma n. This formula will be used in this problem. This also determine the maximum intensity of shear stress in the material at the point, and also inclined at the 60 degrees axis major stress, determine resultant stress, magnitude and direction. Take this formula for inclined plane. Normal stress tan pi equal to sigma t by sigma n. 1.04 pi equal to tan inverse of 1.04. Finally, 46 degrees 6 minutes. Maximum shear stress. Maximum shear stress given by equation 3.9 sigma t. That is the maximum shear stress. Sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 equal to 200 minus 100 by 2, that equal to 200 plus 100 by 2, value 150 Newton per mm square. Thus, mainly this problem calculate maximum shear stress. Maximum shear stress to calculate, to know the first tan pi value, uh, see the equation. Inclination of the resultant stress with the normal of the inclined plane is given by the equation 3.8a. Resulted in normal stresses for given this formula tan pi sigma t by sigma n theta tan inverse of 46 degrees 60 minutes. Maximum shear stress formula sigma t maximum sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2. Substitute the values. Finally, got the value maximum shear stress 150 Newton per mm square. This is the problem to calculate the resultant stresses, normal stresses, tangential stresses, and maximum shear stress. Uh, and next problem, for example, problem 3.7. At a point in a strained material, the principal tangential stress across two perpendicular planes are 80 Newton per mm square and 40 Newton per mm square. Determine the normal stress, shear stress, and tangential and resultant stress on a plane inclined at 20 degrees. If the major principal plane, determine also the obliquity. That means tan pi. What will be the intensity of stress which acting alone will produce the same maximum strain if Poisson's ratio 1 by 4. See this diagram for sigma 1 and sigma 2 values is there. And to calculate the normal stresses and tangential stresses and resultant stresses, give the Poisson's ratio also given 1 by 4. Write the given data first. Given any problem, write to given data. Data value equal to 20 degrees. Sigma n normal stress, sigma t shear stress, sigma r resultant stress, sigma n, you know the formula, substitute this formula, 80 plus 40 by 2 equal plus 80 minus 40 by 2 cos 2 theta value 20 degrees. Finally, normal stress got the value sigma n equal to 75.32 Newton per mm square. The shear stress is given by equation 3.7 sigma t tangential stress formula sigma 1 minus sigma 2 by 2 sine 2 theta. Substitute these values sigma t equal to 12.865 Newton per mm square. The resultant stress is given by the equation 3.8. You know the formula sigma r equal to root of sigma m square plus sigma t square. Substitute this value sigma r equal to 76.4 Newton per mm square. Obliquity, that means inclined d tan pi equal to sigma t by sigma n. Substitute this value to calculate the pi value, tan inverse of finally 9 degrees 41 minutes. And let sigma stress which acting along will produce the same maximum strain. Um, the maximum strain will be in the direction of major principal stress. Maximum strain sigma 1 by E minus mu sigma 1 by E minus 1 by E sigma 1 minus mu sigma 2. This is the strain will be calculated, the maximum strain, the major maximum strain we calculated using this formula. You know the mu is nothing but Poisson's ratio. To substitute the value 1 by 4, the strain due to stress, finally got the formula equating the two strains we um, get sigma equal to 70 Newton per mm square. See the two equations, strain due to stress and maximum strain. Both equations are equating to calculate the stress that equal to 70 Newton per mm square. The principal stress sigma equal to 70 Newton per mm square. This is the formula for calculating the maximum strain and the strain due to stress. Two both are equal. Finally, we got the value for principal stress sigma equal to 70 Newton per mm square. This is the problem. For example, to calculate the normal stresses, tangential stresses, and resistance stresses. Next class, I will explain theory of failures and given the number of problems examples for this analytical method to calculating the problems, to calculating the stresses, to calculate the stresses. Next class, I will explain theory of failures for a first unit, second topic. Tomorrow I will explain. Thank you this opportunity.